The fascinating origin of the modern flush toilet. The flush toilet, a convenience so ordinary today that we barely give it a thought. Yet it is one of the most revolutionary inventions in human history. But where did this essential feature of modern living come from? The story is much older and much more dramatic than you might think. Join us as we travel back in time to explore the fascinating origin of the modern flush toilet. Ancient beginnings. The story of the flush toilet begins nearly 4,000 years ago with the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete. These ancient royals enjoyed the luxury of a flushing toilet centuries ahead of their time. But this marvel of engineering did not spread widely. For the next 35 centuries, few others would experience such convenience. Queen Elizabeth's toilet. Fast forward to the year 1596. Queen Elizabeth I of England was presented with a curious invention by her godson, Sir John Harington. A courtier from Bath, Harington devised a contraption he proudly called a privy in perfection. It featured a water tower, a hand-operated tap, and a valve that flushed waste into a nearby cesspool. It was an ingenious step forward, but there was one problem. The design allowed sewage fumes to seep back into the palace. Even the Queen herself complained bitterly of the odour. While Harrington's system worked, it was far from perfect. A risky book and a royal ban. Harington, unfortunately, made matters worse for himself. Hoping to regain the Queen's favour, he wrote a book titled The Metamorphosis of Ajax. But this was no simple manual. It was filled with earthy humour and thinly veiled satire. Elizabeth was not amused. She banished Harington from court once again, and his invention became the subject of ridicule. The flush toilet fell into obscurity for almost 2 centuries. The breakthrough of 1775. The next great leap forward came in 1775, when a British mathematician and watchmaker named Alexander Cumming patented a revolutionary improvement. Unlike Harrington's version, Cumming's design addressed the foulest flaw, the smell. He added a simple but brilliant feature, what he called a stink trap. By curving the pipe beneath the toilet bowl, a small quantity of water could remain, blocking sewer gases from rising back into the room. This water seal became the foundation of every modern toilet design we use today. The road to modern adoption. Though Cumming's design marked the true birth of the modern flush toilet, adoption was slow. For more than 100 years, chamber pots and outhouses remained the norm across Britain and America. It wasn't until the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when urbanization, public sanitation, and indoor plumbing expanded, that the flush toilet finally became a standard household fixture. From ancient Minoan palaces to Queen Elizabeth's court, from Sir John Harington's privy in perfection to Alexander Cumming's revolutionary stink trap, the story of the flush toilet is a tale of ingenuity, failure, and persistence. So the next time you press that lever or push that button, remember, you are using a piece of history, centuries in the making. If you enjoyed this journey into history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And tell us in the comments, what other everyday objects would you like us to explore?